Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition solo runs. Last time we upgraded our equipment somewhat, but most importantly we now have our helmet that protects against critical hits, which is a huge boon. I've also just realised that we should definitely sell these scrolls of Revivify because we can't use them given that we can't revivify ourselves. So we'll do that soon, but what I really want right now is 49 XP. If we can get, if we can get 49 XP, we can level up to level 3, get our subclass, and then things will really start popping off. I don't remember where this is or what this is for. Oh, this is where Zevlor resides. Absolutely fine. Yes, I will take some cheese. And 30 free gold. Does this person have any quest or resolution for us?
Your help at the gate was appreciated. I'm Zevlor. And you're...
I'm Lurch.
Well met. Though I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business here, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This latest attack will only strengthen their resolve.
Alright.
They've stopped. We can't stay.
Nothing specific here for us, I don't think, and I don't want to spend all of this time rehabbing conversations we've certainly had at least once. There's like a small area up there, but nothing of enough significance for me to go poking around. So I know out front there's the spider nook, there's the cave with all of the traps and the goblins in. Around back here somewhere there is also the goblin in a cage. I'm not sure if we can get any XP from that, but we'll certainly try and find out. It's going to be a bit of a task thinking that we might be able to kill Will while he is surrounded by so many others. Let's intervene here.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way.
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
I'm not
Oh, that was the decision.
Oh, bless you, all right.
Let's move in front of the crossbow this time.
Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You're gonna kill him too?
You move.
No. You can shoot me, right? Hey, we succeeded on a check. It's always nice.
What the hell is wrong with you? Damn you. Damn it. Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
A goblin prisoner is not your life to take. Now go away and let me claim some XP. Nothing in these, right? Alright, I need answers from you because I want XP.
Ain't sure why you're protecting me. Don't care. It's too late. They're gonna burn this pretty place for the glory of the Absolute. With the Absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the storm and the storm itself. My tribe can tell you everything there is to know. Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix out. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off.
I would like to meet her.
And I'll tell you where to find her.
Deal.
Then hurry up and do it. My
Right.
tribe ain't as friendly as I am.
Let's see if we can't break this person out. Our lockpicking skill does leave something to be desired, though.
Oh, you thieves are all boring. Even your cages are boring.
Nope, that's gone terribly. Could we smash it?
I'm gonna bite the end.
We could.
And your birdies.
It's going to take a good long while, but we can. Oh, we're doing decent damage. Hey, we leveled up.
Ready to go meet my tribe? Just say the word.
I'm not ready yet. That is not something I want to try and accomplish right now. But you can stay there, Sazza. Perhaps we'll take a walk later. For now, we are at level 3, everybody. So, fighter at level 3. We have a choice to make. Battlemaster or Eldritch Knight. Battlemaster gets a choice of these skills: menacing attack, spend a superiority die to deal 1d6 plus 1d8 piercing damage and possibly frighten the target. Spend a superiority die to deal 1d6 plus 1d8 piercing damage and push the target 15 feet. Expend a superiority die to bolster the resolve of a friendly creature, which is no good to us because we're alone. Or riposte. When a creature misses you with a melee weapon attack, spend a superiority die to retaliate and deal 1d8 plus 3 plus 1d8 slashing damage. Which seems very good. Is this repose, or am I thinking of the corpse thing? Anyhow, that is the Battlemaster, and you get 4 of those superiority die. Or we can become an Eldritch Knight. We gain spell casting, so casting spells consume spell slots. You get 2 first level slots, and we get 2 cantrips. So, for cantrips, we get the ranged options. Although, does it say what our spell casting spell use is? Is it intelligence? Because that's going to be a problem for a while if it is. I can't remember. I know Paladins is Charisma. Let's double check how Eldritch Knights work. So, double checking the player's handbook. We get 2 cantrips from the wizard spell list. We get Eldritch Knight spellcasting, so we get a number of spells from the wizard spell list. We choose 3 wizard spells immediately, 2 of which must be from the abjuration and evocation spells on the wizard spell list. And then in future we gain higher spells that we can cast. And we get the spellcasting ability in general. So what this means for us, more importantly than even just the spells that we get now, is that because we have the spellcasting feature, we are able to cast any wizard spell scroll that is on our wizard's spell list, so long as we have the spell slots to do so. And even if we don't, we can make an Arcana check to see if we are able to cast a spell higher than the spell slot level we have. So, obviously we're going to go Eldritch Knight, because the world is plagued with spell scrolls that are just waiting to be consumed. So first, we need to pick our cantrips. Now, these are going to be using the intelligence modifier, and our intelligence, I believe, is terrible. So, in fact, we can see here, our intelligence is 8. So, our to-hit rolls are going to be poor, and our spell save DC is also going to be poor, but we can deal with that for a while. So what cantrips would we like? Oh boy. I'm wondering, I think Mage Hand could be huge for us, because that's going to allow us to like manipulate stuff around ourselves. And I certainly don't think taking Mage Hand would qualify as not being alone, because it's our Mage Hand. It's just a part of us, really. Then the other decision is basically, do we want to take Chill Touch, Firebolt, Ray of Frost, any of these typical spells, or would we rather have something that forces a Constitution saving throw but has a really short range? Because at the moment we only have our short bow, which is not incredible, especially because our dexterity is dumped as well. But I think this is nice, and they can't regain hit points, and things kind of compulsively using healing potions is a bit of a pain in the neck. But I think we're just going to take Flame Bolt and be done with it. As for the other spells, Mage Armor is no good to us because we must not be wearing armor to use it. Protection from good and evil. Creature protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey, fiends, and undead. Can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. Thunderwave is damage, Witch Bolt is damage, Magic Missile is damage, and Burning Hands is AoE damage. I certainly would like Burning Hands or Thunderwave, one of the two. We currently don't have any rules as written area of effect damage because we can't really use Cleave because Cleave doesn't exist as a supplemental action in 5th edition. So one of those two I think is going to be the way forward, and 3d6 damage is 3.5 times 3 is 10.5, whereas 4.5 times 2 is 9. So this will deal more damage more regularly against a dex save, whereas this is against a constitution save, but does have the added benefit that we can push stuff, whether that's off a cliff, off a ledge, off of a spider web. So I think we're going to take Thunderwave, not either of these two. Magic Missile is, of course, incredibly good if you need something to be definitely dead in a pinch, or if something is concentrating on a spell. This will make 3 darts, and each one of those darts will force a Constitution saving throw, I think. I can't say that I think I've seen somebody concentrating on a spell make 3 saving throws, but that's how it should work. The other option is Witch Bolt. This is concentration, and we can keep doing that 1d12 damage over and over and over again. But I don't think we're that likely to hit with this with our intelligence being so low so early. So we can change this when we level up, but for now we're going to take Magic Missile. And then we can take one other spell that is not on the list, or in that school of magic rather. And this is going to take some real pondering. So there are some of these that we can kind of eliminate straight off the bat. We have, again, protection from good and evil. Mage Armor, we probably don't want. Long Strider, I don't think we need. Neither do we need Jump with our really high strength score, or Expeditious Retreat. A couple of these kind of concentration spells, or spells that inflict like blindness or color spray. That is color spray. What am I thinking of? Not sleep. I thought there was one for blindness, but I guess not. But I don't think I'm very likely to use those as an action instead of just attacking with my action in a lot of cases. Grease could be good, covering an area in oil, causing targets to fall prone, and then we do also have Firebolt that, rather than having to try and roll a spell attack to hit a specific creature, which we're more likely to fail, we can just aim at the oil and cause a fireball. Then, of course, the other temptation is to take Find Familiar, so that we have somebody that we can kind of scout with, somebody that will do a lot of our curiosity stuff without us being the brunt of every piece of damage. But then again, like Mage Hand, is that really us being alone as a hero? I'm not too sure. I have come to a decision. I'm going to pick Sleep. Whilst not the strongest spell in the game, especially for a while until we possibly change spells later on, Sleep is going to allow us to, especially when there's only 1 or 2 enemies left in a fight, basically end that fight much faster, because Sleep is going to cause an enemy to be unconscious and prone, which means our melee attacks are going to be incredibly effective. And when we level up again, we can always change one of these spells. So that's the decision process I've made. I'm going to make a note of this selection of spells here, because these are all the spells that we will be able to cast with scrolls. Because if they're on the wizard spell list, they're now fair game to us, which is awesome. Unfortunately, we don't get a spell book or anything that we can kind of add more spells to in time. It's just the 3 that we have. But I'm very happy with that. We also increase our hit point maximum to 31. And let's carry on. And now that we've hit level 3, it's going to be a good while, I think, until we hit level 4 and that level cap for the early access. 1800 XP we need to get there. But we also now have lots of stuff that we can use for our action, our bonus actions and the like. And this whole bar here is way busier. Let's make that a little bigger. Pull those over to the side. That's supplementary from magic item. Potions on the left. We'll put the stuff we can throw there. Cantrips up top. Level 1 spells down below. Sorted. Alright. Is there anything else we need to do in the Druid's Grove? I don't know how the escape is going to go once we say to Saza, alright, let's get out of here. Whether we go down through the entire grove or we try and escape through the back exit. I don't know if we'd be safe doing so because we're being escorted by somebody with the Mark of the Absolute.
Sure you're remembering
But once we get to the ruined village, there is an acquaintance that we will be very grateful to make. You might remember him from his war horn in previous Let's Plays.
I'll talk to the guards.
Although the resultant conversation we have might be quite different. And with that in mind, let's go and speak to the hag, because we're going to need some supplies before we go and see those folks. Hello dear, I'm looking for something specific.
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh, there isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal.
Yes, we're very poorly. I'm looking to trade. A potion of invisibility was exactly what I was hoping to find. Anything else that we have here that we want? We'll take all of your water. Thank you ever so much. We just double click if we want the whole stack. Cold resistance I'm not too worried about. I'll take all of the potions you could ever possibly have. And we don't need an interesting staff. Potions of Hill Giant Strength are an interesting proposition as well, because they'll set our strength score to 21 for 1 minute or 10 rounds. What is Agatha doing in the background of... Sorry, Ethel. What's she doing in the background of this frame? This sets our strength score to 21. Our attack score is based on our strength score. So with our longsword here, we currently do 1d8 slashing plus 3 because our strength is 16. But when our strength score is 21, it'll be plus 5. We'll also have a higher chance to hit when we do, because our melee attack is our proficiency bonus plus our strength, which currently is 3 plus 2. Strength of 3, proficiency of 2. If our strength is 21, then our strength is 5 and our proficiency is 2, which makes this plus 7, which is a far greater chance for us to hit when it matters. So potions of Hill Giant Strength are also of good value to us. What we can also do now is sell off those scrolls of Revivify, because we don't need those ever. And we can also see what scrolls we are unable of casting, so we can just sell them off now. So we can't ever cast Silence, so we can get rid of those. We can't ever cast Guiding Bolt, because that's a cleric spell. Animal Friendship is not on our list. Burning Hands is. Grease is. Firebolt is. False Life is. Scroll of Detect Thoughts, I think, is kind of given to us as a quest kind of thing. That's why we're given one by default, so we'll hold on to that. Scroll of Inflict Wounds we can't use. Scroll of Mage Armor we'll never have use for. And these guys we can use. So that puts us a good way into the funding that we need for this. We're going to keep Shadowheart's Circlet just as a memento. We'll hand over the precious stone, and otherwise we'll just probably have to top up with cash. But that is an excellent trade. That potion of invisibility really is going to come in handy later, I think.
Oh, sweetie.
She's going to keep doing her disco dance. So, a successful trip to the Druid's Grove, a level up to 3rd level with our spell slots in tow. Join us next time where we'll make our first excursion back out of the Druid's Grove and begin to work our way west through the many and varied encounters that we'll find along the way. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, please do consider pressing that like button or subscribing if you want to see more. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. I'll endeavour to answer any that I can. And otherwise, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.